Hi and welcome back to my channel, Mindful Maximum Performance. Today we are going to look at how to stretch a horse's neck. And to help me I have here my horse Camilla. She's a 6-year-old Westphalian mare. And before I start, I would just like to explain that I use treats to do these movements. And my treat of choice is actually sweet potato. I like to cut it into long strips like this because it's safe for my fingers. Horses have a tendency to get a little greedy when you are doing stretching, so it's better to use something with some length. So either carrots or sweet potatoes like this are a better choice. The usual smaller treats for horses aren't so good because I just think there's more possibility of you getting your fingers injured while doing these stretches. So to begin with, I will begin with a lateral stretch. This stretch helps the whole side of the neck to lengthen, and I do it using the sweet potato. Cami, hello? Okay. And I just bring the sweet potato gently towards her stifle and just try and keep her here for about 10 seconds. Good girl. Yes, very good. And then the second stretch I do is a diagonal stretch. So I position my back to her rib cage, and then I bring the sweet potato down towards my knee. And I invite her just to come down. And again, I just kind of hold her here for a few seconds. Good girl. Yeah. Good. And then I just go to the other side. Thank you. I begin with the lateral stretch. Good girl. Okay. And straighten up. Straighten up. Good girl. And then the diagonal stretch. No. So when they spin around like that, I just reposition. It's okay. They can get a little bit greedy and a little bit excited. And then down towards my knee. Good girl. A good girl. Okay. And one of the things I'm doing while I'm doing these two stretches is I'm actually verifying as well, is it easier for her to stretch one way or the other way? And that gives me some information as well, especially when I'm riding her. You know, all horses have a hollow side and a knot. And you can really feel the difference in the stretch. You can really feel the difference in the stretch from side to side. So it's just important just to take note of that, and can she hold it for long enough and what have you. Obviously she does love this game, don't you? And then the next stretch I do is more of a dorsal stretch. So we've done laterals and now we're going to do dorsals. Put it down, put it down. Thank you. Okay. And I just hold sweet potato as far as I can in front of her to lengthen her neck in this direction. This also opens this area of her jaw. Okay, do it again. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, is that fun? Okay. And then another dorsal stretch I do of the neck is between the front legs. And I try to first of all stretch her as long and low as possible because that's what we want from a horse when we ride them. And then I take the treat towards the front legs, keeping it very low. So I'm stretching from the wither to the pole. Good girl. And I do these stretches at least 2 to 3 times. Okay, again, I stretch her all the way down and then towards her front legs. Good girl. Okay. One thing I don't want to do is ask her to bring her nose towards her chest. Okay. So I do not want her to stretch in this manner. I'm just doing this for demonstration because the cervical vertebrae get crushed if you stretch in this way. You can either have a problem at the 3rd cervical vertebrae or at the 6th and 7th. So it's much safer to stretch a horse with its nose as low as possible. Let me come down again. And then between the legs. And that is today's video on stretching the neck. Thank you for joining me.